HLM Architects is a national practice with offices all over the UK. We're a firm of architects, landscape architects, interior designers, and we have an environmental consultancy as well, and we work across the country. Healthcare is a passion of ours, and just like any building type, the way we design a hospital really makes a difference to how we shape the environment and also to the well-being of people when they're in hospital. These environments really are all about the communities they serve as well. So a hospital, for instance, is a place where the community can come. The design work that we do is really a complete function of how close we get to our clients, and particularly working with the staff to get the space just right, whether it's the interior space, whether it's the servicing of the space, because it's just as important for people working in the space as it is for the patients. And those two forces, when they come together, are very powerful in terms of well-being. One of the most powerful tools we have is to be able to spend the right amount of time, as much as we need to, with the clinical staff and the clinical team to make sure we get the relationships just right. And with so many technological changes and advances in medicine, this has never been more important. A great example of this is the Hull Oncology building, where really that is probably one of the best buildings that we've done in recent years and got the RIBA award in November. And that's as much a testament to the client and the users as it is to any architectural or construction input. In fact, we also got the Best Client Award for that, which was really great for our client. When you're designing a hospital for the treatment of cancer, like any other speciality building, the response to the inside and outside spaces is really important. The focus on how you get outside the building into courtyard spaces where you can spend your leisure time, and also the entrance area itself and how that feels, makes all the difference to what I mentioned about patients and visitors, staff and clinicians. When you enter the space, you're hit with daylight and sunlight and activity. And one of the first things you see is a welcoming space for natural and alternative therapies. So you can actually learn about those. There's also a research centre there, so you can learn about your particular illness or whatever, and see some of the research that's actually going on. This kind of soft entrance space is really important because it's the first impression anyone gets when they actually come into a hospital. Our modern healthcare environments, many of them are procured under the PFI initiative. I suppose the good thing about it is that you look at the whole life cost of the building from day one, and that's very important when you think of the cost of running a major highly serviced building like a hospital. But none of that should actually detract from the importance to the patient. The great thing about Castle Hill is that we were able to harness natural daylight and sunlight, the slope of the site, to create a series of really nice courtyards within the building. All the 800 rooms look out to a view, look out over the courtyards, so you're constantly in touch with nature, either working there or if you're a patient. It's this point I made about the importance of the different publics that come to a hospital. Yes, the patients, but also the visitors. The glazed links that link through the hospital, so you go into light and shade as you walk through. And the artwork that we use really makes a difference to people who are very concerned sometimes when they come to visit a loved one or a relative, but also for the staff, because working there all day, the importance of being able to get some views out, to go out onto an open space, to have all the catering facilities just right, and to make a happy, light place to be is very important for patient care. I think the challenge for us as architects and designers is how good are we at getting close to our clients in any building type. In a major hospital, we have a wide range of client groups, different specialities. We need to really work hard at listening very carefully to the real hands-on experience of our doctors and nurses, our clinical leads, our departmental heads, as we respond through the schedule of requirements to start to actually flesh out a response to a new design. It's that fourth dimension of input that's so important. As architects, we are supposed to be really quite good at explaining ourselves in 3 dimensions, but we're not always, because sometimes we get into situations where we think people have understood what we're trying to do and we haven't explained it quite carefully. So I would say to all our colleagues in the NHS, all our clients in the NHS, please, we know you're very busy, but what you give us in terms of your response is really important, and make sure that we know if there's something that we've got wrong or you don't understand. After all, the building that we're designing is your building, you're the experts, we need to respond to it. Your input is absolutely vital in all this. I hope you've seen some things which really inspire you to engage with those people, those external consultancies working with you. And I hope you realise how much difference you can make by your input to the quality of internal environment that's actually created. After all, this is your workplace, but the mission is at a much higher level for the people under your care, and everything you can do to help us to make the internal spaces, the circulation, the access to care and treatment, a welcoming place for visitors, all those things, everything through all your experience you can pass on to us will make a good building great, and that's the difference you can make.